Funny seeing you around here. Yeah, I may or may not have gotten a little busy between school and watching football and just some stuff going on. So, this is obviously late. The only current game is this game, but I'm not going to not cover this. So, we're playing What Did I Miss? And as I say that, the Hamilton song is just playing in my head. So, if I end up accidentally singing it, don't worry about it. It's a catchy song. You'll love it too. So, game 4. No, can't count. Game 3. Game 3 between the Islanders and the Lightning. It was on 9/11, so even though I really don't like the Islanders, I couldn't help but root for them. I'm from Pennsylvania, but my family is all from New York, so I can't not. You gotta root for New York on that day. It's just what you gotta do. It was a must-win situation for the Islanders, especially with Killorn out on suspension and Point out on injury. You gotta win, and they did. They really did. The first goal of the game, a little controversial. Clutterbuck gets a goal by Pulock and Martin. Vasilevsky wanted a whistle because his pad was loose, but that's just not how the game works, Vasilevsky. You should know that. But it's fine. Sergachev answers at 16:31 by Gord, so it's tied at the end of the first. We go into the second. It was not really Islanders hockey. A lot more shots on the opposing net than I'm used to watching the Islanders. It was a fairly fun game, to be honest. At 11:50, Pellet gets a goal by John Gabriel Pageau and Barzell. Again, Pellet and Clutterbuck. Who would have thought? Whatever. At 13:50, Beauvillier gets a goal by Nelson and Taves. So they're up 3-1. And for the Islanders, all you really need is a 2-goal lead. I've been saying it forever. Everyone watching hockey has been saying it forever. As long as the Islanders get a 2-goal lead, they're probably fine. And they get pressured. There was a fight before I move on. There was a fight in this period, but it went roughing. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was punches thrown, but whatever. 4-on-4 hockey, but it's fine. That was before the Beauvillier goal. Beauvillier scored after that, but I just forgot to mention it until as soon as I moved on from it. My bad. Third period early. 2:32 power play goal. Palat, this is by Kucherov, and 12:04 Johnson ties the game. This is by Cernak and Verhaeghe. And I'm thinking, the Lightning are going to come back because they have been the better team. Despite the score, I would argue that the Lightning played better hockey. But it doesn't matter because at 16:35, Nelson gets the goal. This is by Beauvillier and Bailey to take the lead. And at 19:24, JGP with the empty net goals by Bailey to seal it 5-3. And Pageau is not happy with the hooking on that play. Some very physical stuff. There's a lot of physical after the whistle play. There wasn't a lot of fights besides the one I mentioned, but a lot of physicality that, to be honest, kind of made Tampa look like sore losers. And I kind of lost some respect for the team. Especially Kucherov. He looked to be the worst of the bunch, I would argue. And I always wonder why an MVP caliber player doesn't have a letter on his jersey, and maybe that's it. That's some speculation, so take that with a grain of salt. But I don't know. I'd lost a lot of respect for this team, but it is what it is. Shots on goal were 37-35 in favor of the Lightning. Again, 35 is a big number for the Islanders to put up. Face-off percentage was 57.8 to 42.2 in favor of the Lightning. The Islanders go 0-2 on the power play for 0%, while the Lightning go 1-1 for 100%. Hits were 62-44 in favor of the Lightning. Block shots were 25-14 in favor of the Islanders. Save percentage was .919 to .861 in favor of the Islanders. And I would give you speculation and predictions on the next game, but it doesn't matter because it happened because I'm late. And I apologize, but it's not going to work every time that I can do all these videos. I have other things to do. The other thing is someone mentioned that maybe flooding the channel with daily content might not be the best idea. Maybe break it up, but I prefer to do daily, but it just didn't work out this week. Again, I apologize. Dallas, Vegas. Oh, we'll call this game Spain without the S. Yeah. The Vegas fan in me really hurting, especially in the second period when Martinez scored that power play goal in the right circle. I was like, he finally didn't hit the post. We're going to win. we're going to do it. We're going to tie the series. And then Pavelski scored. And then Ben, who's on a mission, scored. And we just do that thing where we dominate the game, but the opposing goalie does better, and we lose. And I'm sad. People trying to blame Leonard again. Obviously, it's not Leonard's fault. Leonard played great. There's just no pucks in the freaking net. The stat that bugs me the most is we have 7 goals in our last 10 games, 4 from defensemen, 3 of which are Shea Theodore's, 2 of which are empty net goals. From this offense, that's unacceptable. It really is. Marchessault hasn't scored in like 8 games. Smith, can't remember when he scored. Stone, same deal. Pacioretty, I think he's got 1 in the series. Like, it's just, where's the scoring, guys? Tuck, since his goal streak was snapped, he hasn't got anything besides the empty net goal in Game 7 against Vancouver. So it's just like, why are you not scoring? You're getting quality chances. What is it, guys? It's frustrating, and when you're down 3-1 in the series, you know, like, you gotta, like, you're supposed to believe, like, it's all over the Vegas fan pages that I follow because I'm a Vegas fan. I like them, but, like, I'm sorry, this team just, they had it in the last 2 series, but as soon as September comes, nothing. Shots on goal were 33-20 in favor of Vegas. Face-off percentage was 50-50. Dallas goes 1 for 4 in the power play for 25%, while Vegas goes 1 for 5 for 20. Hits were 43-31 in favor of Dallas. Shot blocks are 17-14 in favor of Dallas. Save percentage is .970 to .900 to Dallas. Again, Dallas just plays a complete game. Everyone helps Hudobin out, and they pick their spots. Their defense is their offense. It really is. You'll notice Alexiak and Heiskanen making most of the offensive plays, and it's a little frustrating, man. It's rough. I mean, I don't know why Vegas isn't playing up to their potential. They look like they did around October, November of the regular season before DeBoer came in, you know, on those like 9-game losing streaks. It's like, why? It's just frustrating. It is what it is. You're down 3-1. I would love to see them come back and win it. I don't see it happening. The other thing is I'm also stressed out about the Giants playing Pittsburgh tomorrow night. It's going to be a rough night. I'm going to watch the Giants and the Knights lose. I'm sorry. I'm getting pessimistic. So we're going to move on to the next game. And this is a series killer. Point is back in the lineup for Tampa, but he was a target because Islanders know he's hurt. So he was a target. For the Islanders, big loss. Casey Cizikas and Kunako leave the bubble with injuries. Kunako, he's a scratch, so it's not really that big a deal, but Cizikas is huge. He brings a lot of energy to the game, and they missed it tonight. This was Tampa's game. It almost got ugly in the first period. They almost opened the scoring up, but the Islanders survived the early onslaught. They go to the second, and then we have this great stretch where 11:27, Nelson gets a goal by Bailey, and then the first of 4 unanswered. Coleman gets a pretty filthy goal, in my opinion. This is by Gord and Vasilevsky, so the goalie gets a point. And then right after that, Palat gets a goal at 11:54. This is by Kucherov and Point. You're down 2-1, and I don't see Islanders coming back from momentum shifts like this with Tampa, and they don't, because at the third period, Point gets a goal by Palat and Kucherov at 3:33, and they're down by 2 goals by this Lightning team. I don't see it. I don't see it happening. This was their time to come back and get in the series, but Tampa just seems to be the team of destiny this year. The hockey guy said it. There's so many people talking about Tampa being the team. Like, they have to do it this year. And I've said it too. They found that physicality, that grit to their team. They're not that like fancy show off our stats, whatever type of team. They kind of have that extra little grit, and it's pushing them past. So I would be very surprised if Tampa doesn't move on. There's another goal in this game. 17:36. Maroon gets the empty net goals by Gord and Paquette. And Maroon seems to be about to get 2 rings doing basically nothing. He got that really big goal in double overtime against the Stars last year, but he didn't really do much. You know, like, Maroon doesn't really bring much besides being an agitator, really. But, you know, it's nice for him to get on the board. And I think this is it for the Islanders. Just like the Knights, I don't see them being that team. I feel like, to be honest, if there were any team that could come back from a 3-1 deficit in the Western Conference Finals, is Dallas. And they're the team with the lead. I don't expect them to blow the lead. I know they blew it against Colorado, but unless Vegas comes out in Game 5 with like a 7-goal first period, and they finish the game like 11-2, I have zero faith in them not losing 3-2 on Monday night, which is tomorrow. The Islanders, I can't see it happening. Shots on goal were 36-27 in favor of Tampa. Face-off percentage was 61.8 to 38.2 in favor of Tampa. Both teams 0% on the power play. Tampa goes 0 for 3. So does the Islanders. I think I have that wrong, but whatever. I got it from Bleacher Report. If Bleacher Report's wrong, my bad. Hits were 48 apiece. Block shots were 17 apiece. Save percentage was .963 to .889. And yeah, that's everything I missed. I did watch football today. Football was fun. The Dallas Cowboys lost and the Eagles lost to the football team. Interesting day for football, to say the least. Yeah, hockey's kind of got me a little more sad because I don't really want Tampa to win, because as a Rangers fan, that just means the Rangers suck a lot, because a lot of their team is former Rangers players. And I just don't want to think of them as that bad of failures. And Vegas losing just makes me sad, because I feel like this is their year, and Fleury's probably on his way out, and I'd love to see Fleury win another, but I don't know, man. Although, if they do happen to come back from 3-1, they are going to win the cup. If they happen, I got to move on before I get upset. I have homework to do still. That's the biggest thing. College, I don't have a lot of work. I don't have a lot of homework. It's just the homework takes a long time. And my internet sucks, so I don't even know when I'm able to do it. So I'm going to finish up here. So if you like the video, like it, comment, share, subscribe if you really like it. You can find me on the Armchair Analyst podcast on SoundCloud. You can find me on Instagram, which is going to be in the description. TikTok I haven't gotten to because college work. I thought I was going to have that done, but it's not. So it is what it is. I'm working on everything. I need to find time. Time is not of the essence lately. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good night.